Hi everyone, this is my yogic path with Barbara, and I am Barbara. Today we will be working with the crown chakra, our seventh chakra. We've come up through our root, connected to the earth, connected with that watery sacrum, our pleasure center. We practice tapas with our solar plexus, and we came up through our heart chakra, connecting to all of creation, and our throat chakra, working with speaking our truth and listening, up to listening to our intuitive powers, our third eye, which we all have, and culminating with our crown chakra. All of these chakras, the first six, connect us to this realm, this area of ours, this complete area around us, connecting with all of creation. And our crown chakra connects us to the heavens, whoever you're, or whomever, or whatever your higher power may be, that keeps us all knitted together. So I will begin by mentioning that, again, if you find a pose when you come into it slowly that is uncomfortable, then don't do that pose. You are in charge of your well-being. You are in charge of your body. So take care of your body. And if you have any questions, you can text them to me down the bottom, write to me, or please check with the doctor if it's a medical issue, because I'm not a doctor. So the crown chakra our color is violet. My favorite, many people have that favorite color is violet. So maybe this is why, because it connects us to a higher power. So the color is violet or crystal white. The affirmation could be, I have the right to know, or I am that, so hum, that we do all the time. And we do have the right to our own religious or spiritual belief. And this chakra, the developmental stage that we have been going through with the former chakras, the first six, this one is throughout your life. We come into this life with a connection to our spiritual world, and we practice and we let go of things that we no longer need and continue to connect to that power inside of us and all around us. Okay, so the essential oil is frankincense, one of my favorite. And the blocked energy chakra, the seventh chakra, is overly intellectual, a spiritual addiction, confusion, feeling disconnected, learning difficulties, spiritual skepticism, limited beliefs, materialism, and lack of concern or enthusiasm. So we will work to balance our crown chakra. And it is located at the crown of the head, the upper skull, cerebral cortex. And the sound that we chant is Om. And I invite you to bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra, prayer mode. Nice long spine, connecting from our root all the way up through our crown, shoulders away from your ears. A comfortable and stable position. Breathing in through our nose. And as we exhale, I invite you to chant Om, Om 3 times with me. So on the exhale, Om. Inhale. Om. Inhaling. Om. Connecting with our diaphragmatic breath, inhaling through our nostrils and exhaling through our nostrils. Inhale, our belly fills with a nice deep breath. Our breath is silent. Our breath is even. Our inhale count matches our exhale. Our breath is smooth. And our breath is continuous. Our inhale matches our inhale matches our exhale and flows right into the next. Inhale flows right into the exhale. There's no pause. And at the end of our exhale, we go right into our inhale. As we breathe diaphragmatically, that 5-part breath, scanning our bodies from our toes all the way up through our crown. Noticing if any part of our body is clenched or stressed, and sending some healing prana on the inhale to soften that area of our body, elongating our spine. Knees are below your hips, just slightly. Our inhale nourishes us, and our exhale cleanses. Any of these seated postures can be done in a chair if that makes you more comfortable. This is your practice. So let's do what makes you feel comfortable. And as you breathe, I will read a poem called The Guest House by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness, some monetary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whatever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Good job. I invite you to come into Tadasana. Coming up. If you are seated, sitting in Tadasana, our feet are hip width apart. Feeling the earth underneath us all the way up through our crown. Connecting our breath to our postures today and every practice. Rocking back and forth on our feet. Neutral pelvis. Shoulders come up and back with your shoulder blades pointing towards each other. Chin is parallel to the floor and your palms can be out or towards your thighs. Breathing. And close your eyes to bring in a balance. Inhaling, our arms come up, and exhaling, bending your knees flat back, coming down, crisscrossing your arms, coming back up. Let's feel the connection of all the chakras from our tailbone all the way up through our crown. Connecting with the earth. Connecting with this space that supports you. You're safe here. This is your time. And this flow brings us up to our sacral chakra, that watery realm, creativity, our pleasure center. Good. Connecting with our spine, limbering it up. Good job, good job. Coming back up and arms to a T. Exhaling, our left arm comes up overhead, right arm down your right leg. Inhale back up. Exhale to the opposite side, stretching out that side of our body. Good. Connecting our breath. And when you've done an even amount on both sides, bringing our hands down beside us, back into Tadasana. Maybe placing one hand on your abdomen, the other on your back. We'll take a nice inhale and exhale from our waist up through our chin to the left for a twist. And take 2 nice deep diaphragmatic breaths here. Or more if that feels good for you. Never over twisting. Inhale, come back. Exhale, left hand or the opposite hand on your abdomen, the other hand on your back. Inhale, let's lengthen, breathe in some nice prana, new energy. And as we exhale, we twist to the right. Opening up that crown chakra, pointing it towards the heavens, up through the ceiling, towards our spirituality. Receiving from the universe and breathing in fresh new energy. And when we exhale, pushing out that stale energy. Inhaling, coming back to center, feeling the connection from our heels up through the crown of our head. Good. Arms come up, inhale. And as we exhale, we swan dive, forward fold to Uttanasana. If you need to, you can bend your knees. Inhaling back up to halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. On the exhale, back into a forward fold. Inhaling up, all the way up, then sitting back into chair pose. Arms come up beside your ears, feeling the strength up through your solar plexus, making sure that your knees do not come over your toes, but sitting back and taking a few breaths here, keeping your knees apart, relaxing the back of your neck. Feeling the heat start inside your body. Feel that connection from your feet all the way up through the crown of your head. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, let's go down one more time. Sitting back, arms come up. Always making sure that your feet are steady and grounded before you come into any arm motions. And taking some breaths here. Inhaling up, bringing our hands up above our head and connecting in Lotus Mudra. Our pinkies and thumbs are together. The other fingers are spread apart. Your palm is apart, but connected at the bottom. Taking some deep breaths here. You can even have a forceful exhale, breathing in and exhaling. Receiving from the universe. Inhaling through that Lotus Mudra into the crown, all the way down to your toes. And exhaling. Inhaling, that belly rises. And exhaling, the belly flattens. We'll do two more. At your breath. Inhale the hands up, opening up your heart, moving up the chakras. Arms open, good job. Taking your hands, thumbs down, palms back, bringing them to your back, maybe clasping your elbows or arms, coming straight up, inhale, and as you exhale, folding forward. Good. As you clasp your hands, bringing your hands up away from your back and taking some nice deep breaths. Inhaling, coming back with your hands at the bottom of your sits bones, opening up your heart, opening up your throat chakra. Inhaling up, coming to center. Hands come up. As your arms come up, your feet come up, and then exhaling, arms down, feet down. And every time we come down, we'll put the opposite hand in front of the other. Good. Still flowing. Good. Connecting to our breath. Good job. Bringing our hands together in Anjali Mudra. Haikini Mudra, tips of fingers together, and placing that in front of your third eye, Anjali Chakra. And taking some deep breaths here. Show elbows back. Looking up at our third eye. Our eyes are closed, but we're peeking up towards that third eye, if that's comfortable for you. As you inhale, with your eyes closed, looking up to the right corner. Exhale, look down to the left corner. Draw a box in front of your eyes. Then on the inhale, looking up at that left top corner. And on the exhale, peeking down at that right corner. This is in your mind. Inhale, looking straight up at your third eye. Welcoming the intuition that it provides, the information that it gives you. On your exhale, looking down towards your toes. Eyes are still closed. Coming back to center. Arms open, come back around. Hands together. Inhale up. Open. Exhale. Swan dive down to the floor. Relaxing your head, looking through your legs. Bringing your feet back, coming into a downward facing dog. Your neck is in line with your spine and relaxed. Hips are up, reaching towards the sky. And your hands are pushing towards the front of the mat. Not actively, but pressing down on opposite heels, stretching out those calves. Noticing your breath. And when you feel that you've loosened up, coming to stillness, pressing back with your feet, the heels towards the mat, they may not reach. You also can bend your knees if this is too much for you, but keeping that top half of your body in line. On the inhale, maybe pointing your hips up towards the sky for a deeper stretch. Noticing how your breath is going. Is it still smooth? Then coming onto your knees in table, hands wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, you can even use blocks if you have really short arms like me. Inhaling, keeping the blocks under your shoulders, bringing that right foot up. Feel the alignment from your crown on your mat all the way up through your toes. And inhaling, bringing that right foot in between your hands. Good job. Breathing. Coming into a low lunge. Inhaling, coming up. After you've secured yourself, that front knee is over your your ankle, not your toes. Inhaling, coming up. Hands together. Opening up your heart. Exhaling. Bringing your hands to your crown, lotus position. Pinky and thumb together. Hinging back from your hips. Looking up at the sky or where your ceiling meets your wall. Finding a drishti, a non-moving spot, and balancing yourself here, receiving again from the universe through our lotus petals into our crown, feeling the connection from our crown all the way down to our toes. Exhaling, coming forward, curling your back toes. Good. And when you're secure, bending that right knee forward, coming up, hands on thigh. Arms can come up. You're now in warrior one. Lotus on top of your crown, receiving from the universe. Good. Nice straight back leg. That foot may be 45 degrees out. And the front leg is bent over your ankle. Exhaling, coming back down into a runner's lunge. Taking a few deep breaths here, flattening that back. Pressing your crown towards the wall in front of you and feeling the connection from your crown all the way to your back toes. Good. Straightening that front leg, keeping that back flat. Bringing our hands to the floor or to blocks. That back leg is still straight. Both feet are grounded into the earth. And your hands are underneath your shoulders, tenting your fingers to take some pressure off those wrists. Then bending that back knee, bringing the right leg back, hands to mat, table, hands a little bit forward, curling your toes back up into downward facing dog. Stay in downward facing dog. I will just turn my mat around, making sure you can see me. Good. So we are in Downward facing dog, pressing our heels into the mat, pressing our hips up to the sky, not looking up. We don't want to hurt our neck. And if you need your blocks, lifting that left leg up. Good. And then bringing that left leg, foot in between your hands, pressing down on the back foot, knee down. Inhaling up to your thighs. Back leg is flat, foot is flat on the mat. This knee is over your heel, the left. It's my left leg. Inhaling, coming up, pressing back, hinging back from our hips. Good. Welcoming in with our lotus all that life throws at us. Some people who follow yoga believe that we have chosen our path. And we seek the knowledge of ourselves, our inner selves, through meditation and practice to navigate through this life. Things come up and down. Curling that back toe, coming into a runner's lunge, flattening that back foot, making sure your knee's over your heel, your ankle, that right leg or your back leg is nice and straight. Pressing forward with our crown. Good. Inhaling, coming up. Our legs are in warrior one. Inhaling, our hands come up overhead, back to lotus. Receiving the earth's energy as we look inside and we trust our intuition. We connect with our spirituality through our crown. And we trust that we have the power to do what we need to do in this lifetime. Checking in with your breath. Exhaling, coming back down. Straightening this front leg. Hands to mat or blocks. This front leg is straight. Our back is straight. Inhaling, we nourish, and exhaling, we cleanse. Good job. Bringing our left foot back to meet our right foot. Coming onto our knees, chest and chin, coming up into Cobra or baby Cobra, bending from our hips. Arms are beside us. Good job. Okay, coming back, toes together, knees to the end of the mat, sitting back on your hips or on your tailbone, on your heels. If your buns come away from your heels, then put a blanket there. You want to be grounded to protect your knees. Walking your arms out. for child's pose, connecting our crown and our third eye to the mat. Taking your hands in lotus position and placing them over the back of your head. Taking some nice deep diaphragmatic breaths. Stretching back from our tailbone, connecting our heels to our sits bones. And welcoming everything that is sent our way. Everything is a lesson. Practicing with ahimsa, nonviolence. Loving yourself first and loving others. Calling on that light inside your body, deep down in your core. Hands coming to the mat, coming back up. Moving that blanket, coming into a table pose. Let's circle our hips in a fluid motion. Exhaling back and inhaling forward. Connecting to the earth, the fluidity of the sacrum, the strength of our solar plexus, and love in our hearts. Coming to stillness and going in the opposite direction. Self-expression, taking care of ourselves through our practice and through life. Speaking our truth and learning to listen. Listening, no judgment. Being observant and not absorbent. Then moving on up to our third eye and trusting that when our intuition kicks in and tells us something, that we trust that intuition, we trust our inner light. And we follow that inner light. Coming to stillness, back into table pose. Bringing our right hand in front of us. Excuse me. And bending that right leg, or having both of your legs out. And make sure you can see me. I do better with the one leg down. Inhaling, our left arm up, heart is open, crown is reaching, back foot is reaching, feeling the energy from our left fingertips to our right, and bringing that left leg up for a balance. Looking at a drishti to help steady us. Keeping our neck in line with our spine, shoulders away from our ears, and breathe. You can even look up at that top hand or straight ahead, straightening that right arm. And exhaling, coming down. Turn around so you can see this side. All right. Back to the table, left hand in front of your face. That left leg comes to the side, horizontal. And this right leg comes straight out, flat on the mat. Inhaling our right arm up, chest is open, heart is open. Good. It's in your practice, lifting that back leg and balancing here, looking up or looking forward. Shoulders away from your ears. And breathing. To release, bring your right arm down, coming back into table. And coming back into child's pose. Hands over in the lotus position. Good job. Okay. Going to a coming into hero pose, moving that flesh out. Taking a nice inhale and exhale. Sorry, my body's coming apart here. Coming onto your knees. And then bending from your waist, keeping your hips over your knees, coming into puppy. And with dolphin arms. Good. Keeping that hip over your knees. You can bring your heart, your third eye, or your crown to the mat. And stretch your arms forward to bring your heart down to the mat. Good. Feeling that stretch in your shoulders. Don't overstretch your shoulders. Come into this a little bit at a time and stop where you feel any strain. Then inhaling, bringing those hands back up the table. Come into a kneeling position. Good. Opening up them feet and sitting back. Good. Then lifting your hips up, bringing your feet together, curling your toes, knees together. I may want to go into that again. Knees together, your feet are open, sitting back, aligning our body for this pose. Coming up, bending our back, bringing our toes together. You can curl them. Your knees are still together, hands on your back. Inhaling and exhaling, you're hinging from your waist. Good. Bringing both your hands back to touch your heels. Your neck is in line with your spine. And remember to keep lifting those hips. for camel. Lifting your hips, bringing those shoulder blades together, bringing your top arms closer together, and breathing here. And as we release it, we raise our right arm, coming up with our left arm. Good job. Coming back into table. Bringing our feet over to the sides. And bringing our feet out in front of us. If you want, you could put a thin blanket under your hips. You can also bend your knees here, but we're coming forward slowly. We want to try and keep our back in line. We don't want it all bent. We want to keep that spine engaged, reaching from our root all the way up through our crown. Inhaling and exhaling. Always engaging your core, feeling when you exhale how your body flattens, pulling up on that pelvis. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhaling, pulling up on your pelvis. Let's feel our belly flatten. Inhale to nourish and exhale to cleanse, pushing everything out. Inhale this time, bringing your hands up, pinkies towards each other. Exhaling, hinging from your hips, coming flat back over, shoulders away from your ears. You can bend your knees so that you protect the back of your knee. Inhale, let's lengthen. And exhale, maybe bend a little more. Inhale, lengthen. I'm not pulling on my feet, I'm just scooching up. And exhale. When you feel you've come far enough, then you can relax your neck. And notice how your breath is with your belly pushing against your thighs. There's a little resistance there, which helps to strengthen our diaphragm. When you're ready, inhale, slowly coming up. Good job. Coming back into table. Hinging up into downward facing dog. Reach that right leg up and across in front of you. Stretching back your left leg, that back leg. And flexing that front leg so you don't hurt your knees. Coming to your back foot is down. Feeling that stretch in your right hip. You can stay here, or you could come into dolphin arms. Or you can come with your head down to the mat. And if that's uncomfortable, you could put a block here so that we are rooted. Feeling that stretch all through our right side, our right hip. It's a hip opener. And let's breathe here. And next inhale, bringing your hands back, curling that back toe, lifting that leg up for a three-legged dog, maybe doing a hip roll one way and then the other. Coming back to your dog. Inhale that left leg up, crown to toe, and bringing that left leg in front of you, parallel to the mat, flexing your toes, stretching back that back leg. Good. Staying here or coming into dolphin arms. Resting your head and feeling the stretch in the opposite side. And let's take 8 breaths here. And your next inhale, pressing back. Coming up on that back foot, reaching with the left foot, bending your knee and doing some hip rolls. Good job. Walking your feet to your hands for downward facing dog. Forward fold. Pressing forward. Coming into plank. Inhale up or exhale to dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale. Inhale. Thanking knees, chest, chin. And coming up again into Cobra. Baby Cobra this time. Good job. Inhaling, coming up into a seated position. And if you need a thin blanket, you could put that under you. Not a thick one. We'll come into our twist. And get a tissue. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Okay. Bringing our legs in front of us. Good. Doing a couple circles here. 2 in either direction. Then bringing in that left leg, stretching out that right one. Bringing the left leg over the right leg. Your foot is flat on the mat. And we'll wrap our right arm around our left knee or leg. Inhaling, bringing that left hand back like a kickstand, reminding us to keep a nice long spine. And as we exhale from our waist to the left. And notice if this stretch, this time, feels a little bit more fluid than when we began the practice. Noticing your breath, your belly, onto your thigh. Inhaling, we lengthen, and exhale. If we can, get into your twist a little bit further, but never overdoing it. Then exhaling back to center, bringing that left leg long, bending that right leg, wrapping our left arm around our right thigh, flexing that foot, or keeping it neutral. Inhaling, bringing our right arm behind us, pressing up. Exhaling from our waist to stretch to the opposite side. Remembering to keep our not sure if you can see when the phone call comes in. Not quite sure why they come in. So exhaling to the right, breathing. Wrapping that hand. Always trying to do the same on both sides. So we're always in balance. If you do my videos, I'm not always in balance, but that's okay. Breathing here. You can feel that we're starting to cool off a little bit. Good. On your next exhale, coming back to center. Good job. Rolling down on our back. We will get ready for our relaxation. This is really important to relax. Got our inversion. So we'll come around. Let's stretch back. We'll bring our arms beside us. We'll do hold on. Knees, feet together. Fingers forward or back. My wrists are starting to hurt, so I'm going to go onto my knuckles. Good. And we will come down, flat onto our back, hugging our knees in and rocking back and forth. Not sure what happened. Hopefully you could hear what I was doing. Good. We're on our backs. Rocking back and forth. Taking whatever you need. Maybe stretching our feet forward and our arms towards the back of the wall behind us, the back wall. Inhaling, release. And on your exhale, stretch a little bit more. Then, if you like, you can do whatever inversion. Do legs up the wall. You can do happy baby. Or you can rock up and back. Coming up into the shoulder stand. You want to try and have your heart above your head. Mine is almost there. If you can come straight up, or you can go into plow by placing your feet on a chair or on the floor behind you. Then when you're ready, coming down to Shavasana, your resting pose. This relaxation is probably the most important for bringing, well, it's all important, but bringing prana in through your body, sending it to those parts of the body that need it most, and preparing us for meditation. So, as you lie here, you can cover yourself with a blanket. You can use an eye pillow. You can cover yourself or put a blanket underneath your knees if your lower back is bothering you. Get yourself ready. And once you are in your Shavasana pose, arms out, feet out. Once you're in that pose, I will walk you through your relaxation. Good. And have whatever you need around you for meditation so that you don't come out of your inner self. Let's go inside. Let's send some healing prana and come to stillness. So as we inhale, bringing fresh prana up through our toes, up our legs, all the way up past our torso, up to the crown of our head, and then sending out all stale energy from our crown all the way back down to our toes. Sending our breath with our mind. Our breath goes where our mind tells us. Our body is not in charge of us, but our mind is. Inhaling from our toes all the way up to our crown. That 5-pointed breath, and exhaling all the way back down to our toes. Inhaling through our fingertips, all the way up our arms, across our shoulders, up to the crown of our head, and exhaling all the way back down from our crown to our sides of our head, our throat, our shoulders, down our arms, and out our fingertips. Inhaling from our fingertips up through our crown, and exhaling from our crown out through to our fingertips. Inhaling from our ankles all the way up through our crown. And exhaling back down to our ankles. Inhaling from our knees all the way up to our crown. And exhaling from our crown back down to our knees. Then inhaling from our pelvis, our lower pelvis, all the way up through our crown. And then back down. Noticing any tension and relaxing your body there. Inhaling from our navel, that pranic hug, all the way up through our crown. And back down again. Inhaling from our sternum, our heart center, all the way up to our crown. And back down again. Inhaling from our throat, all the way up to our crown. It's a shorter area or length, but our breath is still 5-pointed. And we exhale from our crown back to that second chakra, our throat. Inhaling from our jaw area, relaxing our tongue, our teeth, our jaw, all the way up through our crown. And then exhaling back down to our jaw. Inhaling through our nose, sending breath to our eyes and our ears, all the way up to our crown, relaxing that part of your body. And exhaling back down. Then inhaling up to our third eye, the Anjali Chakra. And all the way back down. Sending that breath all the way up from our nose, all the way up to our crown. And exhaling from our crown back out to our nose. As we inhale through our nose, notice our breath, how it's cooler when it comes in, and when we exhale, it's warmer. Then inhaling through our nostrils from about 6 inches in front of our nostrils, drawing in new energy up through the sides of our nose, inside corner of our eyes to our third eye, and up to that crown, that center of our forehead, up top. And then exhale from our crown to our third eye, to the inside corner of our eyes, down our nostrils, and out to about 6 inches in front of our nostrils. We'll rest here for a minute, sending some extra breath, some extra prana, new energy to those parts of the body that need it. Always taking care of your body. Scanning your body and relaxing all parts of your body, melting into this mat, melting into the earth. Then bringing some movement back into your body by wiggling your fingers and toes, maybe circling your ankles, windshield wipering your legs, stretching overhead, and eventually making your way over into sleeping baby, the fetal position, and remaining here for a few breaths. Inhaling, pressing up with that top arm, quietly, quietly coming into your seated position on the floor or on the chair. Most people meditate quietly on a chair. And noticing if it's easier for you to, in seated pose, to bring your knees below your hips. Coming into a stable and comfortable position for meditation. Shoulders back, ears over shoulders. Our chin is level with the ground. Bringing our hands in front of us in petal mudra, connecting our pinky, our thumb, and opening up those petals, bringing them on top of your head, open to receive from the universe, being open to your spirituality, open to your desires. We are grounded, we are fluid, we are strong, we love, we speak our truth and listen with no judgment. We trust our intuition, and we do this as we meditate and receive from our higher being, whomever or whatever you believe your higher being is. Bringing your hands to our thighs, palms down to ground us, palms up to receive. Shoulders back, crown reaching the heavens or the sky. Returning to our diaphragmatic breath. And our mantra can be, I am that, we're so home. As you inhale in your mind, hear so. Exhaling, hum. So. Hum. pushing all thoughts out of your mind. No judgment as they come in, welcome them and send them on their way. Return to your inner being. I welcome you to open your eyes or stay here as long as you wish to meditate. Bringing my hands to heart center. I'd like to thank you for practicing with me today, and I welcome you to chant Om 3 times and feel the vibrations from this chant. Deep inhale. Om. I wish you peace today, connecting with your spirituality, looking within. The teacher and student in me honors the teacher and student in you. If you choose to join me, I wish you namaste.